And I think, all right. I think I can do this. Let's see. Hoping that it's all going to go well. Here we go. Cancel. Oh my. All right, here we go. We're back. Okay, so we have 2 kindergarten programs at Sunset Hills. Not every elementary school has a TK program, and that's a transitional kinder. Oh, sorry. We're going to go back. There we go. Let's try this again. We skipped the most important part. That was slide 2. Here we are. We are Seagulls. We are Sunset Hills. It is. Oh, man. Let's try this. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now we good? Yes. Whitney, I only see you and Nicole. So if you can give me a thumbs up or like a, hey, okay. All right, here we go. The purpose of tonight is we are going to welcome all of our new Seagulls, TK and Kinders. We're going to meet our Sunset Hills superstar teachers. We're going to share information to best help you prepare for your child a successful Kinder and TK experience. We want to provide you with key details about our school and our programs that we offer. And then, of course, we want to provide time to answer any questions that you may have during the presentation. With that, if you do happen to have the PowerPoint or the slides open, in the top right corner, you'll see a white box with our school logo in it. That's a hot link to a Google form. And at any time, on any slide, if you have a question, you can pop in there, put your question down at the end. We will have access to that form. You also have a direct link in the chat box for that form if that's easier and you do not have access to opening up the slide deck. Okay, my favorite part, as I'm sure is yours, I am going to let our teachers introduce themselves, and we will start on the right with Mrs. Walsh.
Hi, I am Brittany Walsh. I'm here as a kindergarten teacher and a first-time TK mommy, which I'm very excited about. I am a kindergarten teacher, and I share a contract and a classroom with Mrs. Kanika, who you will meet in a second. I have been teaching for 11 years, 8 of which have been in kindergarten, and it is absolutely hands down my heart. I have taken this year off to be home with my son and my baby, and I am very anxious and excited to get back in the classroom in August and to meet all of you. I'll hand it
next. Good evening, incoming TK and kindergarten families. My name is Nicole Kanika, and I teach kindergarten in room 1. And I'm super duper excited to be sharing a contract in a classroom next year with Mrs. Walsh, you just met. I've been at Sunset Hills for 8 years, 3 of which have been in kindergarten. It's the best job and the best grade level ever. And something kind of exciting about me is my husband and I, we are expecting our first baby boy in 6 weeks. So early July.
Thank you. All right, Mrs. Punches.
Good evening, future superstars at Sunset Hills. My name is Miss Punches, and this year is my first year at Sunset Hills Elementary, but I've been teaching for over 20 years, and half of that time has been in kindergarten, and it's by far my favorite grade. I love all grade levels to teach, but I think kindergarten is extra, extra special, and I can't wait to have you all as Punches pups. One thing that I've really enjoyed about the Sunset Hills community is that it is a small, tight-knit community, and people are so kind. So I'm really, really looking forward to a next year of normal and having you all be back on campus again. Yay.
Yay.
Hi, future TK Seagulls. My name is Laura Griffin, and I will be your TK teacher. And I beg to differ with all these ladies. First, TK is the best. I came flying in right after Lisa got here at Sunset Hills, and as Ms. Punches said, it's a wonderful community, and it just feels like family. It feels like home. The best part about teaching TK is that I am the first rung of a 7-year ladder that your kids can have at Sunset Hills. And my favorite thing is to teach a love of school, a love of learning, a love of seagulls, a love of everything that goes on at Sunset Hills. And I have the wonderful opportunity to then send them off to soar and fly a little bit higher with our awesome K team. So welcome to Sunset Hills. You couldn't be in a better place. Hook 'em horns.
Which reminds us, thank you, Mrs. Griffin. We are a No Excuses University school. There are 6 of them in the No Excuses network. You'll hear a lot more about that, but one of the things that we believe in is that there's a place for everyone in college and at college, whether that is a junior college, a 4-year college, a 2-year. So we adopt, each of our classrooms has a college. And if you don't know who the Horns are, Mrs. Griffin is a very, very adamant and excited Texas Longhorn. And all of her TK are as well. So by the time they leave, true to heart, they are Longhorns forever. So at this point, we could just be finished. Great job, ladies. We're going to keep moving though. And 2 programs in kinder. We have a transitional kindergarten and the traditional kindergarten. Students whose 5th birthday falls between September 2nd and December 2nd, they're automatically enrolled in TK. Those with birthdays between June 1st and September 1st are eligible to be on the TK waitlist, if that's something you're interested in. And to enroll in our kindergarten, your child has to be 5 by September 1st. So we have created a link with a lot more information for you to look at on your own time. But what we wanted to give you is just a little bit of a brief how to get ready for kinder and what some of the things that we know as educators and professionals, and everyone here is a mom and a mom to be, and then mom has been a mom of many, many, many kids throughout our careers. Bedtime routines, establishing those, reading routines, you can start that now, that love for reading, family mealtime routines, staying up with vaccinations, practice prolonged mask wearing. We're not exactly sure what that's going to look like in the fall, but we're just going to prepare. And as of today, we are required to wear masks at school. So if that were still the case, then we would hope that over the summer, we're going to practice wearing those masks. What we also want, we can practice teaching and practicing proper hygiene, hand washing. We do a lot of that at school, as well as a lot of hand sanitizer right now, especially. One thing that you can talk about with what your child might expect or how to get them ready is spend time talking to them about what kindergarten might look like. We are going to have a new family tour day where you can come and tour the campus and take a peek inside the classrooms, and teachers won't be here for that, but we want you to see Sunset Hills and just feel comfortable here on that first day that you've been here before. You can involve your child in picking out their school materials like backpack and clothes. We'll talk about supplies in a few minutes. And then, of course, talk about what it was like for you as a kindergartner. Do you remember what kindergarten was like and what you felt and what your teacher's name was? Mrs. Thomas was my kindergarten teacher. I'll never forget her, never. I know we did a Wizard of Oz play, and I wanted to be Dorothy. I was not Dorothy. I don't remember what I was, but I definitely wasn't Dorothy. But there's all those memories, and to talk to your kids about that and share your feelings about kindergarten. Those are some ways that we hope that you can start to get prepared, and then take a quick look at the link when you have time as well. All right, we'll start with transitional kindergarten. In transitional kindergarten, students turning 5 years of age before September 2nd and December 2nd, 2021 are automatically enrolled in TK. June 1st, September 1st birthdays remain optional, and parents may request admission to TK. However, you have to be on that PUSD interest waiting list. So you'd want to get on that. The office will provide you with the process and how to get on the list after you enroll your child. Parents who are on the interest list will be notified before the end of June if there's going to be an opening for their child in TK, and it's based on the order that you're on the list. TK space could be limited and it will be determined on a first come, first served basis. So for our TKers, our schedule's a little different. We have 180 minutes a day, and school begins. The first bell rings at 8:25 and instruction begins. We are in our seats starting to learn at 8:30. So teachers pick up their students from wherever those students arrive. Like right now, our TK and Kinder arrive in the front of the school and they're congregated there and they wait and their teachers pick them up. School ends for our TK kiddos after lunch at 12:20 every day. Students need to be dropped off at 8:10 or after for supervision. Supervision doesn't start before 8:10. And each morning, 8:25, they should be in line on their blacktop or wherever they are, wherever we determine them, where they'll be. Most likely it'll be on the kindergarten playground, as we have done in the past, so that they have time to play and get some of those wiggles out and talk with their friends. And one of the beautiful things about our kindergarten playground is parents would usually mingle and get to know each other. And it's just a wonderful place to get to know your new Sunset Hills community. Students are picked up at 12:20 at the front gate with Mrs. Griffin. She will not leave until all students are picked up. And we also have ESS available for before and after school. TK students do eat lunch and snack here at school each day. Pack a lunch from home, or there's lunch for purchase in our cafeteria. And that's a district cafeteria, district-wide. All right, kindergarten. So if you have a kindergartner, that means your child must be 5 years of age on or before September 1st, 2021 to enroll in kindergarten for next year. I don't like saying no, but I have to. No exceptions. No exceptions. Students need to arrive between 8:10 and 8:25, same as TK, and instruction, oops. I see our first mistake, and we had so many eyes on this. Instruction does not begin at 8:25, but that falls on me. Should be the last eyes. 8:30. So we need them here at 8:25, and they begin their instruction at 8:30. Sorry about that. There will be what we call kid days, and those are kindergarten introduction days, when kindergarten will dismiss at 1 p.m. every day up until the first day of full kindergarten, which is September 28th. And that's a Tuesday. There's no school on September 27th, Monday. It's a professional development day for teachers. So after starting the 28th, they go all day until 2:50 with the rest of the school. And that's for kinder. Here's what a kindergarten schedule will look like. You might notice that starting September 28th, we do go all the way to 2:50, except for Thursdays. Thursday is our teacher collaboration day. We have banked the minutes and extended the day on the other 4 days so that professional development, professional growth, collaboration, teacher planning, all of those things that maximize student learning can happen on Thursday afternoons from 1:10 to 3:15. So we are grateful for that time. Not every district has that or allows schedules to be accommodated that way, and not all elementary schools choose to time bank. We are one that does. So this, I was sharing earlier that we're going to have a welcome back to school family night. And this is so we have a back to school night for all families in all grades. What Kinder and TK do is they do theirs the night before school starts. This is really important. Kiddos come with their parents. We are asking that no siblings, please. Siblings stay at home. It's just the student and the parents or the guardians, the family. And it's going to be Tuesday, August 17th from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And it is a back to school night presentation and a welcome to the classroom. So students and their families will go into the classroom to meet their teachers, see the classroom. They know how to get there. And then at that point, there will be some time the teachers spend just with parents and guardians. And I will be taking the kindergartners, and our character coaches will assist me out to their playground. We'll explain all the different things on the playground, and we will talk about our 6 pillars of character and what that looks like, being a kid of character and a new Seagull on their special kindergarten playground. Now, the family night is pending CDC and San Diego Public Health guidelines. We are confident, especially if you're following the news and what our governor is talking about right now, that June 15th, a lot of things are going to turn around, and we're not anticipating that we will not be able to do this. So we are looking forward to it. And if anything changes, we will, of course, let you know. First day of school. The items that you need to make sure your child has a successful day would be a large backpack, a lunchbox, if they're buying lunch, but a lunchbox and a healthy snack and water bottle each and every day. Please put your child's name on all removable clothing, backpacks, lunch containers, and that makes it very easy in case they might forget it out on the playground or misplace it. We can get it back to you. So we often find that our littles might have some separation anxiety. I know that I have 2 kiddos. My children are a little bit older now. One is a freshman in high school, and the other is in 7th grade. So my son, Cade, he had a lot of separation anxiety when he went off to kindergarten. My daughter, Stella, she looked at me, pushed away, waved, and ran to the playground. So they're very, kids are different, but we do know that in order to reduce a student's stress level, we can do things like talking about school as fun and exciting and safe. We can make friends with other students before school starts. We have a fabulous, highly involved and highly passionate and excited PTA and foundation that puts on, the PTA puts on many, many events throughout the year, and we usually have a kickoff to school activity for families to get to know each other as well. Practice putting our backpacks on for school and to make drop-off quick and simple. Even a practice run on that 17th is a good idea. And again, we put a link in the PowerPoint or the slide deck here called Tips to Tierless Drop-Offs and Pickups. And we hope that you get some tips in there when you have some time to take a look at that. In Kinder and TK, we ask for a $50 donation, and it is a donation, and no child will be left out of anything. It is a donation. If you feel that this is something your family can do, it is to cover the cost of all student supplies. So we have our classroom teachers purchase the supplies throughout the year for all students in order for the supplies to be uniform and for the teachers to collect exactly what they need for student success in the classroom. And those are just some examples of what we do purchase, and the teachers provide it throughout the year. So we do ask $50 per student for class supplies instead of ordering a pack online, or we won't even be putting a kinder supply list online. You would, if you really need it, you could ask us, but we really are encouraging everyone to make a donation if possible, so that we can get uniform supplies for our kiddos. All right, Miss Sherry Gracie, if you put your view in speaker view, you'll be able to see our fabulous ESS director, and I am going to turn it over to her.
Hello, welcome Seagulls. My name is Sherry Gracie. I am the supervisor for our before and after school program, which is called ESS. It stands for Extended Student Services. We offer morning only, afternoon only, or morning and afternoon care. How that works is you will drop your kids off before school every morning. We would take them to the playground. We would make sure they get safely to their teachers. After school for the entire year, we pick the TKs and the kindergartners outside of their classroom and bring them to ESS every day. They will have a snack when they come to us, and then they have all kinds of projects and fun activities that we do. They have some playground time, and we're more I always say that the teachers are teaching academics and we're teaching social skills. So we kind of concentrate on teaching kids how to mediate with each other, how to make friends, work through problems. And most importantly, we're here because you have to work. You need us to be here. So we are open 6:30 to 6 starting next school year. And once you enroll your student in ESS, you're able to change their contract. So if you decide you only need afternoon care, but then all of a sudden your work hours change, you need to join us in the morning, you're welcome to do that. You're not tied to one contract. I will tell you that I will reiterate, I believe that we are an amazing school with a huge family feel, and we fill up fast. I currently have limited spots. I'm looking around and I see a lot of your names and I see a lot of my new kids by your last name already signed up for us. If you do want to sign up, if you're interested in it, you can go to our website and the paperwork's there, or you can email me and my email is also on our website. And we are very excited to have you. And we work very closely with Miss Wilkin, and we're all just one big happy Seagull family.
Thank you, Sherry. And to reiterate, we really, Sherry and I work very closely together. We speak on a daily basis about how to best serve kiddos all day long. So it's not that there are kids and then they're their kids. All Seagulls are all of ours all the time. And so if something were to happen during school hours and a child goes to ESS, I make sure that Sherry knows what's going on, or if a kiddo had a hard day. Teachers also are very connected with Mrs. Gracie, and she reaches out and asks how we can help and puts plans in place. But it's a very connected transition from school to after school support. Volunteers. A lot of people think, how can I help? I want to get on campus? And yes, please. And currently right now we're a closed campus. So we are waiting to see what the district says about volunteers. And we're hoping that as we open back up more, that we will be able to accept volunteers on campus and open back up. And if and when, I'm just gonna say when that happens, these are the requirements in order to come on campus and be a volunteer. You need your Megan's Law background check, a current TB test. You will sign a code of conduct, as well as a code of confidentiality. And that's really important because as you're on campus, it's important that you're around other kids, as you're working with kiddos and seeing different things, we are going to ask that whatever you see on campus, it's not something that you go and talk to someone about. It's something that you might talk with a teacher about if you have a concern or a question. But it's also, we're trusting that you are here in the best interest of working with the kiddos and supporting the teacher in the school. So it also has been known to take some time to get your clearance. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go to our website and start to get all of this done now. And then once we reopen, you'll be ready to come on campus. Enrollment, as you know, online enrollment is open now, and it's only online. So in the years past, you could print out the paperwork and bring it in. We're not doing that anymore. It's online only, and it did start on May 5th. And there's a link right here. If you haven't done it yet, or you have a friend that's on the fence, you can link right here and pass this along to them. And these are the documentation that you will need to upload, screenshot. I've heard that the process is straightforward, but it can take some time. So give yourself a little bit of time, and it's new to everybody, but it is really efficient. And Mrs. Padilla, our office manager, who's our admin assistant, she's been here, it'll be 26 years at Sunset Hills. She is amazing, and a fun story about Mrs. Padilla, about Bridget, is that her son, Ricky, is graduating from college this year. And when I came in and met Bridget for the first time, he was just going to college. And she told me the story that she used to have him in the bassinet behind her desk at work. And so some people that have been here a long time might remember that. And that just kind of shows who we are. And that's Bridget. And you can always call Bridget, and you'd never know she's doing 25 things at once. So always feel free to call the office, and Bridget can help. Okay, Seagull Success. This is our recipe for making sure your kiddos, and we are partners. Parents are our partners, and we need you, and we know that this takes a team for our kiddos to be most successful. So let's make sure that your child gets plenty of sleep every night. We know that right now, as parents, we have a lot we're up against. The video games, the iPads, the Switch, all the screens, right? It's a lot. And as a parent, I feel it, I know it. We have to be adamant about how important sleep is and that our kids are getting enough sleep every night. And we want you to remember that kinder and TK can be messy and your child may come home a little dirty. That's not a bad thing. No toys are allowed at school unless the teacher authorizes a special day or it's a show and tell, something that the teacher shares ahead of time. Mainly too, yes, they're distracting, but we would not want them to get lost. Or if someone else just loves it so much and wants to borrow it and forgets to tell someone they're borrowing it and then takes it home, it could be disastrous. And we don't want anyone to lose anything special. When your child is sick, we ask that you please keep them home. Right now, things are very, with an abundance of caution. If a child comes to school with any COVID-like symptom, it is our protocol in the district and through the San Diego County Office of Ed and the San Diego, California Department of Health, or the San Diego Department of Health, kiddos have to go home and receive a negative COVID test, and within 24 hours, if receiving the negative, if there's no more symptoms, they can come back. But it is a really big deal. If your child is sick, please keep them home. Remember to call the attendance hotline, and you'll get that information in your student handbook. And of course, you can always contact your child's teacher with any questions or concerns. We strive to return emails and calls within 24 hours. It's really important for me to share with you that our teachers are working. Most of them work through their lunch, they're busy, they are not checking their emails throughout the day. It's something that has, we ask for your patience. If it's an emergency, you would need to call the office and say, could you please have Mrs. Walsh check her email? There is something that's really important it's time sensitive. And then one really big push is if you could please sign up for my principal's remind messages. It's super straightforward and simple, and they're one-way messages that give you school updates as a text message. So if it happens to be Spirit Day or it's a Seagull Supper, it's a great way to stay connected and keep your kids connected here. And you just text at 4GCB4F to 81010, and then it'll tell you what to do, you'll accept, and then you'll get the one-way text messages. I mentioned this earlier, we will be having new family tours. Anyone new to Sunset Hills, TK, Kinder, even some of our families that just want to come and take a look again, you are welcome to join us Wednesday, June 2nd at 1:30. And we will be having our PTA and some of our current student council, fourth graders, be part of our tour guides. And they'll tour groups around the school. We will be socially distanced. You will wear masks. And we cannot wait to meet you in person. So tonight, before we wrap up and I answer any questions, I just wanted to leave us with some words that I did not create, but that when I read through so many poems and quotes, and the teachers know that I'm pretty big on words, and that when I looked and read, it just really, it resonated, and it's everything I believe. So, children are amazing, cherish them, believable, trust them, childlike, let them, divine, respect them, energetic, nourish them, fallible, embrace them, their gifts, unwrap them, here now, be with them, innocent, delight in them, joyful, appreciate them, kind-hearted, join them, lovable, love them, and magical, fly with them. They're noble, esteem them, open-minded, hear and listen to them. They're so precious, treasure them. Questioners, encourage them. Resourceful, support them. Spontaneous, enjoy them. Talented, each and every one of them has their own talent. Believe in them. So unique, affirm them. Vulnerable, protect them. Whole, recognize them. Extra special, celebrate them. Yearning, notice them. And zany, laugh with them. And I just noticed this is the ABCs. So I didn't really notice that until right now I noticed, wow, we just did the ABCs together. It's very special ABCs. So I want to thank you tonight for attending, and we are so looking forward to next school year. I think more than ever. I know personally, I don't think I've ever looked forward to the start of a school year more. I know we all need a break, but I'm very excited to come back together in a on-campus capacity with all of us. So what we're going to do now is I want to introduce, and I'm going to let them unmute themselves. We have we have lots of special people with us. All of you are special. We have the PTA president as well as our foundation president here tonight, and I wanted to give them an opportunity to say hello.
Hi, I'm Annette Feldman. I have a 5th grader at Sunset Hills. I can't believe I'm going to have a middle schooler next year, but she started at Sunset Hills in the 3s preschool program. Sunset Hills is not our zoned school, but once I walked on campus, I had to make sure that my kids went there. It's just very welcoming. And like I said, she's in 5th grade, so she's been there all of her school time thus far. And I also have a TKer who has Miss Griffin this year, and he will be in kinder next year. So I have 5 more years at Sunset Hills, and I can't be more excited. I took the role of president of the foundation last year. I had no idea we were rolling into COVID. So I went into a year of unknowns, just like all of us. And let me tell you, our community this year really pulled together. The foundation, we raised the money to support the PTA and our programs at Sunset Hills. And we try to keep our fundraising to 3 to 4 major fundraisers a year. The beginning of the year, we have our SOAR campaign, which is a direct ask from our families. Previous years, we've had a jogathon, and this year during COVID, we had our very first readathon. That was a huge success. I mean, huge. So super excited. That's probably what we will roll into next year with. And then we have our auction. And again, last year we didn't get to have it. And this year we didn't know what to expect with an online auction. And we just ended the auction last week, and it was our biggest auction since I've been at Sunset Hills. So, it just shows that our community came together, and they really wanted to see us be able to fund our impact teachers, our STEAM teacher. We have an amazing lab, a STEAM lab that when Lisa came to our school, that was a passion she had, and we made it happen 3 years ago. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to use it much since it's been open. But next year, I can't wait for all of you to see it. It's amazing. And again, we fund the PTA. And this year, because of our fundraising efforts, it's going to be the first time that we actually fund an art teacher. We have a program through the PTA that the kids get art through Art Odyssey, and it's run on our volunteers. But this coming in year, it's going to be a credentialed art teacher, and the kids will be able to have that. So super exciting. I don't want to take up too much time, but I am just so glad to have you all at Sunset Hills. It's near and dear to my heart. I will be there for another 5 years. I hope all of you stay on campus. And again, our ESS program, amazing, above and beyond amazing. Our teachers, all of our teachers are amazing. So I hope to meet you at the on June 2nd when you get to come on campus. And I love working with our PTA president, Lexi. Thanks.
Ditto right back at you, Annette. My name is Lexi Adamson. I'm the current PTA president. And I currently have a student in first grade and a student in TK. And so I'm very involved in the kinder TK world as well. And I will just echo what everybody says. We have amazing teachers and amazing staff and just an amazing community. And I am so excited to meet you guys next year. Our PTA is very involved in lots of events and programs. We currently have a Lego club and we have a running club that meets on campus a few times a week. We also host events, big ones like our talent show, a fall festival. We do the yearbook. We have an around the world night, and it's just, we have a lot of great events and programs on the campus that we are always looking for people to help out with. And we have some spots open on our board for next year. And I took on being president after being on campus for 1 year. So I think that I want everybody to feel welcome, and I want everybody to feel like they have a place and a voice with our PTA. So it is actually not too early to sign up and join. I did put our website in the chat. So if you are interested in starting early and getting involved, we would love to have you as soon as possible. And we'll have some information also at the new school tours to let you know more about what we do. And also every classroom really has opportunities for you to be involved in, and PTA does help organize some of that, but there are opportunities with each teacher. Each teacher has kind of different things that they want you to be involved with. We have room parents and art parents and prep parents. So if you want to be involved, there's a way for you to be involved, and it's just a great chance to be part of this amazing community. So thank you guys for coming, and we just really look forward to meeting you guys.
Awesome. We are fortunate, definitely, at Sunset Hills to have, when I look around, to have the staff we have, to have the volunteers we have, to the PTA, to the foundation, to the parents in our community. So again, thank you for coming tonight. We have 2 questions, and if you feel comfortable after I answer these 2 questions, you're welcome to unmute yourself and stay and ask a question if you want to. But the one question is, if my child is currently in TK, so they go to TK here now, do I have to enroll him for kindergarten? That would have been a returning student enrollment. So not a new student, but you would go in and yes, a returning student enrollment. And you probably have already done that because we would have probably called you if you hadn't. So if you're not sure, you can email me, you can stay on, you can message me privately, and we'll figure that out for you. And the second question that we have tonight is my child is currently taking speech therapy. Is there an option for them to receive speech, this service through the school, and how do we get started? We have a fabulous, talented, and I wouldn't just say this, I've been a lot of schools in 20-something years, and we really have one of the best special ed department at the school that I've seen that serves kids. It's about kids that I can't say enough about them and their talents and their expertise. So Mr. Burrows is our speech therapist here. And if your child has speech, is currently in speech, that is something we would talk with him about. And he knows how we go about taking care of that need and what we would need to do to continue services through our school. There are things that have to be done. So those are the only 2 questions we had tonight. If there's anyone else with a question, feel free to unmute yourself. If you need to go, it's getting late. It was wonderful having you, teachers. So great to see you, and I know you have kiddos to feed, and I saw a lemon pop up on your lap, Brittany, so sweet. So please feel free to go whenever you need to, and I will stay on just for a few minutes if there's anyone that wants to introduce themselves or has a question for me.
Hi, I have a question.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Susan. My son Miles will be starting in TK.
Hi, Susan. Nice to meet you.
Are there any like medical forms that I need his doctor to fill out before he starts?
There would be, and they should be in the online enrollment. When you enrolled online, have you done that yet?
I did. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I was just wondering how that works with most families with TK students since their birthdays. So he usually just goes in for a checkup on his birthday, and his birthday's in October. So I'm just wondering how that works.
So, hi, Mrs. K, one of our upper grade teachers. I am under the impression, I think that's a question for Mrs. Padilla, so we can ask her, or our health tech, Mrs. Testa. So I will we'll write your name down, and we'll make sure to get back to you on that. I think you upload the records, and I'm going to say you might need to go in for an appointment before you get onto camp, before the school year starts. But I don't know for sure, so let me find out for you.
Can I verify, is Miles starting with ESS in summer or in the school year?
He'll be in ESS this summer.
So then you'll need those forms for me for summer, and then I will work with the health tech and making sure that she gets them for the school year.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Sherry. Nice to meet you, Susan.
Hi, I have a question. I'm listed here under Brent.
Oh, okay. Hi, Brent.
Yes. That's my husband. Currently I don't have access to my son's medical records because of the scripts
yes
thing. So I registered him last year for TK. He never ended up going. He ended up going elsewhere. Okay. So he's going to start in kindergarten. Michael Hampton. What is the last day I can get you his immunization record?
I think it's the first day of school.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, then yeah, okay. Hopefully it should be resolved by then.
Oh yes, let's hope so. My husband's in scripts too. Yes. Yep. First day of school. No worries there. Just get him enrolled.
Yep. He had all his shots last year. It's just the updated flu and everything. So.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Michael starting with me summer or fall?
This fall.
Okay. I'm recognizing a lot of these names.
You met my husband when he signed. Yes.
Nice guy.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Thanks.
Thank you. Hi, Nadia. Saw Nadia here. All right. Hi, Mona. Miss Mona Enomoto. Hello. Hi, Mona, for all of you that stayed. I'm one of those late Zoomers. I stay till the end. So for all meetings, I'm always like the last person because I want to hear, what are they going to say? So so any of you that stayed, that is Miss Enomoto. She is our super talented school psych, and her daughters go to our school. And so if you don't, and they're in kinder, and then we're, TK first. First, Jazzy. There's Jazzy and Maya. Yes. Is that Michael? And then Nadia, she has 2 TK in first also, and is a wonderful volunteer, and she runs our Lego club. So thank you, Nadia. So much fun. Very popular club on campus. Oh my gosh, look at all these cute cutie pies. So fun, so fun. Hey, Jazzy, good to see you. Where's Maya? Hi, Maya. All right, if nobody has any other questions, we're gonna head out. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Teachers, thank you for your time so much, so much. So parents, goodbye, and we will see you all very soon. Is that Carter? Cute, yeah, okay.
Awesome job. We can't wait. Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Graciela. Hi, Graciela. All right, let's